welcome to the 11th sewing class. In today's class, we will do other hem finishes. I will show you two tricks that you can apply for your clothes. And first trick is for curved or waved skirts and dresses, while the second trick is for trousers, especially if you want to extend the length of your trousers and the hem allowance is not enough for that. And the third sewing exercise will be focused on the hem finish on the jeans, because mainly on the jeans we use double turn hem finish, and I will show you how to do it easily and quickly, so you will be able to shorten your jeans by yourself at home. The first trick is for the curved hem. Imagine if this is our skirt and we have to fold 1/2 inch hem allowance and stitch it on a place. However, it's hard to do because you can see that obviously this length is much longer than this length. And this is the sample. This is how it's supposed to look like in the end. There is a very simple method to make any curve to fit any length. The second trick is to attach binding to the hemline. The extension here is called binding. Usually it is folded, that's why you can notice that it's a little bit bulky, but you can make binding longer if you prefer. Usually it's very short, and binding actually practiced very often. It can be at the side seams, it can be even at the armhole, very often at the hem. And the process is this. It looks a little bit complicated, but once you understand the idea, it's very simple to do. Let's pretend this is our hemline, and these are our hem of the trousers or pants. I will write here hem, and this is binding. Usually you need to cut like a stripe of fabric and under the iron press it correctly. You always need to keep 1/4 inch because this is seam allowance. When we attach it to anywhere, you need to have seam allowance, and the 1/4 inch is seam allowance that will allow us to attach it to the fabric. And the next fold is how much you want to extend, and then you need to fold it again, and then in order to have clean finish we have another 1/4 inch and then attach it on the back. So in total you make 2 stitch lines, one from front, one from back. I'll show you again the process. So this is the binding. I have here 1/4 inch, then I have 1/2 inch approximately, then 1/2 inch, and again 1/4 inch. So I take, and this is the right side of my binding. This is right side, and this is also right side. As usually I attach right side to the right side using 1/4 inch seam allowance. It might not be very straight right now, but I just want you to show the process. So once it's attached, you can fold it and then fold it over again, right? And then you have this 1/4 inch which you fold inside, and then you have to stitch it very close to the fold line, somewhere like 1/16 from the fold. Oops. Okay, let's say something like this. And when you stitch it, the stitch line has to be that close. So it will still appear here. In this case, we actually extended our hem by this much. And the third sewing exercise is to do hem finish for the jeans. I'll write here jeans, because usually you cut a certain amount. When your jeans are too long, you cut a certain amount and then you have to finish the edge. In jeans, you can often see the double turn method. It means that if this is our right side and this is our wrong side of jeans, I think the best like width of the hem finish is 3/8. Therefore, I will mark 3/8, and then I will turn 3/8, and then my second turn will be again 3/8. Sometimes I see that it's wider than 3/8. Again, I advise to take a look how your jeans are done and copy it. Copy the width. And of course the thread. Make sure that your thread is matching. So this is 3/8, and then I will need to fold it again 3/8. I'm repeating that this fold is done on the wrong side. And once you fold it nicely and press it well, you can do a stitch line. Since our hem allowance is 3/8, the stitch will be about approximately 3/8, but 1/16 away from the fold line. You can see that if I sew it right here, I will attach all the layers. If it helps you, you can take a soap and with the soap make line on your jeans. Like, I would advise to make the stitch line on the right side of the fabric, but if you feel inconvenient, you can do it on the wrong side, of course. But I noticed, like from my practice, when I stitch on the wrong side, on the right side the line doesn't look as perfect and straight. I see that there are some movements in the stitch line. That's why try to do it on the right side of your jeans. It is going to be our first sample. We will do hem for the curved skirt, and this will be our right side, and the hem allowance will be 1/2 inch. So when we need to fold it, we will fold 1/2 inch all along the curve. First, what we need to do is the base stitch. Base stitch, usually it's a very wide stitch. You can do it by hands or you can do it on a sewing machine, but the length of your stitch has to be very long. Usually I control it on the display. Oops. You can see that I have here 2.4. I will make it maximum. It shows that 5 is the maximum length of my stitch. And now when I stitch it, you will see the difference. It doesn't matter where I do the base stitch, I can do it on the right side. Make sure that you leave long tails on both sides, and here as well. All you need to do is to pull the thread on the same side. So I will pull this thread, and here I will pull this thread too. And once it is gathered, it is much easier to fold the fabric into the in the right place. And now make sure that you fold 1/2 inch. When I fold it, I'll pin it as well, and then I would press it under the iron. Whenever you pin it, double check with the ruler. The next step is to press it. After pressing, I will stitch it 1/16, or if 1/16 is too narrow, 1/8 away from the edge. Don't forget to do back tap. And when you do this stitch line, you need to go back to the normal length of your stitch. I'll go back to 2.8. And here is the final result. The hem is stitched, and if you want, you can get rid of this base stitch. All you need to do is to pull the fabric. And pull it out all the way. Now you have only one stitch here and the same stitch here. Also try to make sure that the width of the hem allowance is consistent. I will show you how to correctly do binding. When you cut this straight stripe, you need to fold 1/4 inch on both sides. This is what I'm going to do now. Here's 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. Now you fold it half and press it. And the binding is ready. I made it purposely wide. You can make it narrow or even wider if you want. The main idea is it has to be folded half and the seam allowance is 1/4 inch. The second example is to work with binding. Let's say that this is our hem and also this is our right side. So if it's right side, there might be some prints. And this is our binding. First, what we do is we need to attach the binding. This 1/4 inch will be our seam allowance, which we attach to the hem right here. Don't forget to do back tag as well. The first step is done. We attached the binding. We've just attached it, and when I fold it over, it looks like this. Now we need to fold it like this and attach, but let's pretend this is our pants and we need to attach the side seams. This is what I'm gonna do now. I will open the 1/4 seam allowance at the bottom and I will sew all the way up using 1/2 inch seam allowance. I pressed the side seam open. I fixed this 1/4 inch seam allowance, and now I can fold it over. Just follow the fold line that you created with the iron. and then stitch it here 1/16 away from the fold line. I will take out this part to be able to sew consistently in the circle. This is how it will look like. You can easily extend your pants by any amount you want, just by attaching the binding to the hem allowance. The third sample is to do double turn hem finish for jeans. And let's say this is the right side of our jeans. This is hem. And there's some draw some like pictures on the right side. To make it look like trousers, I will attach the side seams and sew them together using 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once you're done with this step, here what I got. Let's pretend these are my jeans and I want to fix the hem. I have already cut how much I wanted from the bottom, and now I need to fold the hem allowance correctly. As I earlier said, I noticed very often that 3/8 is the hem allowance for the jeans. Therefore, I will fold first 3/8 and then again I will fold 3/8. To do that, I will first turn wrong side out. This is my hem, and I will measure 3/8. This is how much I need to fold all around. I fold it one time, I press it well, and then I will fold it second time, and again I will press it. I folded the hem allowance twice. It is 3/8 and again 3/8. Now I will reverse to the right side and stitch it here. If I stitch it here knowing that I'm away, like 1/16 away, but if you don't feel confident doing that, do it on the wrong side. Okay, I'll show you how you can do it on the wrong side. I prefer to start on this side seam because you can hide the back tack well on the side seam. I mostly pay attention on the right side because I want the width to be consistent. So I make sure that here I always have the same width. The result is pretty good. You can see that it doesn't move. It is attached to the fabric. And if you remember the jeans, it looks exactly the same, your hem finish. Today we practice 3 samples. First one is to do curved hem finish. Second one is to attach binding to the hem. And third one is to do double turn for the jeans. If you have any questions regarding these 3 samples, you can always contact me on Facebook. Also, I'm always looking forward to see your work, so please send it to me so I can check it. And hopefully, especially the sample with the jeans was very helpful, and now on you will be able to fix the length and the hem of your jeans yourself. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I will see you right in a week. Bye bye.